right, we are back on the Morning Brew and shifting gears a little bit. This is so much fun. I don't think we ever had an NFL player on the show, former NFL player on the show before, but this is great. You were with the San Francisco 49ers for a couple seasons.
Yes, 2004, 2005.
That is very cool. And now you're an APD officer, and you guys are organizing, it's the Battle of the Badges. And it's a football game that's, tell us a little bit more about it, first of all.
Well, this year it's the Battle of the Badges, the 2015 Greg Benner Bowl. It's actually for Greg Nigel Benner, who was the officer that was killed on May 25th.
Rio Rancho officer.
Correct. Earlier this year on a traffic stop. So this game is actually just a big event to help support the family. All the proceeds are going to go to the 1082 Fund, which is a fund for police officers and firefighters that are in their time of need. So this is just a great opportunity for everyone to come together, the community, law enforcement, everyone.
And it's kind of a fun way to do it too, with a football game, right?
Oh yeah, it should be. It should be hard hitting. Everyone loves. As long as the town is high, everyone loves watching good quality football.
Right. Did you know Officer Benner?
I personally did not. So Rio Rancho police officer. He works mostly in the Rio Rancho area.
Right.
I work for APD, so I'm mostly in the Bernalillo County, City of Albuquerque area.
But there is a brotherhood there, and you know what they go through, they know what you go through, right?
Oh, definitely. It's called the Thin Blue Line.
Right.
Law enforcement throughout the country, it's like we all have each other's back.
Right.
It's tough for law enforcement right now, if you haven't checked in the media, just nationwide. So just always bring your backup, what we call 82. So just it goes countrywide or throughout the whole United States.
There is kind of a tradition of having these kinds of Battle of the Badges, though, right? This isn't the first time this has happened, and there have been the firefighters versus the police officers boxing matches. There's a lot of these competitive things. Is there like a competitive? What's the competitive part of being an officer?
So in years past, we have played against the firefighters. This past year, or this year, unfortunately, they were unable to get a team all the way together. That's why we had to go with a team called the New Mexico All-Stars, which, believe it or not, I think raised just the level of intensity and the level of athlete that will be on the field. They have a lot of good athletes that from former Lobos to former Aggies. So it'll be a very tough competition for law enforcement.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. But aren't you kind of a ringer?
Well, I mean, I enjoy playing the game. How about that?
What position did you play when you were with the 49ers?
So I played. So when I was at UNM, I played defensive end.
Okay.
My goal was to get to the quarterback and also stop the run. As I progressed later on in my football career, I did play in the Arena Football League.
Okay, yeah, we've had the guys from the Gladiators on the show, and they sound like they have so much fun doing that. The Arena League stuff sounds like it is just a fast-paced game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, the Arena League is the same concept of the game, but there are different levels of the Arena League.
Right. The Gladiators are like they're the real developmental league.
Yeah, correct. So the Gladiators, the Stars would be like a. It's still considered professional football because you do get paid to play.
Right.
But ultimately, the highest level of arena football is what you would see on TV.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to play 5 years there.
That's amazing.
Mostly
as what position there?
So, at one time you had to play both ways.
Oh, really? Iron Man football.
Correct.
Oh, wow, that's hard. So how do you even set up? How do you train for that? How do you do something to basically be ready and be prepared to play? Was it 90 minutes of that?
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, it's your profession. It's what you do. You don't have other jobs.
Yeah, it's not a hobby. It's not a side thing.
Yeah. So you have to prepare your mind and body throughout the year. Very physical, very competitive. Most of the guys, when I played for the San Jose SaberCats in California. Most of my teammates had some sort of NFL experience, whether it was 3 years in the NFL. The thing is that if you play about 3 or 4 years in the NFL, if you're not a true starter, then that's the time when you start making more than the league minimum, and it's hard to make the roster. So, but my team had a lot of talent, and it just makes you realize that, especially in football, that the window is small. To continue to play after for charity like this, the Greg Benner Bowl is just an amazing feeling.
That's a lot more fun, I think, probably, right?
Well, if you can give back to the community and also have your friends and family be a part of it locally, it feels great.
Co-workers, everything else. So are there other professional athletes at APD that I'm just unaware of that are former professional athletes or former UNM stars? Or
We do have UNM stars. I think there's some possibly some baseball players
of course.
In APD, but in terms of football, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Well, so what's your position then in the game coming up in the Banner Bowl?
So I'm playing like a hybrid linebacker, defensive end position. So basically, I don't know. Some guys might remember Lawrence Taylor or,
of course,
or Derek Thomas, something like that. Like basically, their assignment was just disrupt the other team, and that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's very cool. Very cool. So do you get a chance to coach the team and be a part of it that way too? Because you probably know more about the game and how it's actually played than almost anybody else on the team, I'm imagining.
Oh yeah. So my role, I got a lot of different hats on the team. I'm like the general manager in terms of the rosters, getting everything organized. I'm also the defensive coordinator, making sure the front seven. So there's 11 guys in football. The front seven are the linebackers, defensive linemen. I make sure that they're all aligned and assigned. And I'm also a player as well. But like I said, like just an event like this for charity is awesome. Like there's something more than just playing the game, but to play for a purpose for the community is awesome.
Right. And does the Benner family, are they going to be there? Are they going to have a chance to see the game themselves?
Oh yeah. So Julie Benner, who's actually the wife of Greg Benner. So Greg Benner left when he was killed in the line of duty. He left Julie Benner with, they actually have 5 kids.
5? Wow.
So it was just very tough for her. She's actually going to be there halftime. The mayor of Rio Rancho, Mayor Hull, is supposed to be there. It's just going to be a great event. We really got, we got all the TV stations working on it, all the media. I think it's going to be...
Clearly you got all the TV stations. So is this the kind of thing that could become more of an annual event, a larger annual event? Is that kind of the goal of this in the long run?
Yeah, I mean, so this year, like I said, like before I think we put the emphasis on sometimes the firefighters and the cops going against each other, where this year it kind of shifted. This is for Greg Benner. This is for the city of Rio Rancho, for the city of Albuquerque, for all the community to support your local law enforcement. Like I said, it's been a tough year in the media, and if we can give back at all and we can all come together for this big event, raise money for charity, I mean, you can't beat that.
That's excellent. And just real quickly, give us the dates and the times of the game.
So it's actually going to be August 1st, 2015, which is this Saturday.
Right.
It'll be at Rio Rancho High School, 7 p.m. Pre-game starts at 6:30, so I expect Albuquerque and Rio Rancho and all the citizens to be there.
Can't wait. And we're back in a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew with Friends. And Rob will take us out here. It's so much fun having him here this morning.